Hi guys, how are you? So today I'm going to bring a theme that is whether delicate, sensitive, and I don't see a lot of it, talked about out there. So I would like to bring this theme, which is to talk about enviousness, jealousy. And so when we do feel jealous or envious, which is a little more a strong feeling, the enviousness towards somebody, it can cause us physical pain. Guys, this is very serious. It can cause us physical pain as if we just broke a bond. So, is the lack of dopamine in the body, the dopamine and the serotonin and the oxytocin of the body, becomes very low, and there is an increase of cortisol, noradrenaline, and adrenaline in the body when you are envious of somebody or when you are fixated about somebody's situation, life, or a status or whatever it is. This happens to our body, we're going to have a low as if we are depressed, as we are producing rage and anger. Okay, so there is a psychiatrist in Brazil that I follow her for a long time. Since 2006, it was when I graduated in Brazil in psychology. I'm a clinical psychologist in Brazil and working here as a mental health counselor in the United States. So I follow her for a long time, and she's a psychoanalyst, and she's a psychoanalyst, and she's a psychologist also in Brazil. Uh, she uh, she was one of the persons that I inspire a lot. My work and how to, because she works with psychoanalysis based on Lacan, Binet, Freud, Jung, and so many other amazing Klein, so many amazing psychoanalysts out there. So it's very interesting when we actually put attention on the unconscious mind and what it does to us. And this theme is important, the jealousy, for us to understand why this happens to us. So for us to understand the name inveja, which is in my language, the name inveja, which is envious. The meaning, the Latin meaning behind it is, it says invidere. Invidere. Okay, so invidere means cannot see. That's what it means. Cannot see, or I cannot see. So the invidere or invita, which is the same thing in Latin, the same meaning is I can't see. It means that that I can't see the other having what I don't have, and what I wanna have. So inveja or enviousness is the inability to see the other person having something that I desire, having something that I believe I'm more deserving than the other person is. And so it's us not feeling admiration or wishing, oh, that would be good to have, but not having the that competition. So when a person is envious, they compete with you. They try at least to compete with you, which is competing with the invisible, because you are unique. Everybody's unique, and everybody has their own ways. So we cannot copy people. We cannot become them. We can copy, but we cannot become the person that we feel envious, because that person is unique. So when we feel envious, towards somebody, we do feel body ache. We feel irritation, rage, sadness, melancholy, thought rumination, fixation. We can develop paranoia. We can develop transference. We can develop so many things, projection, towards that person, when you are the one feeling it, when you are the one focusing, fixating so much in their lives or in what they do and who they are. And this is just such an unfair game that we put ourselves in involuntarily a lot of times. So for us to treat that, you know, is important that we first understand that there is something that is really happening within me, that I just cannot, you know, relax, you know, and focus on my life, focus on myself, stopping copying or stopping, you know, trying to do exactly what the other person is doing. Is almost that there is a race, an invisible race that only you are in this race. The other person doesn't even know that there is that, you know, and is so unfair also for the person that feels jealousy, because they are wasting their time. They are not helping themselves to build that energy or that focus in their own lives to become who they can become, because everybody, as I said, is unique. We can only become who we are. We can only become ourselves, not somebody else. Another thing that is very interesting that this psychiatrist, psychotherapist, you know, psychoanalyst, she says is that we very unoften, you know, we will not feel jealousy of people that they are unreachable, like idols, you know. We don't feel jealousy. We can have that sense of fantasy, admiration, you know, distance, but we feel more often around people that are really around us. We we can become very, you know, very aware of the situation of that person, because we believe that that person don't deserve what they have, don't deserve the title that they have, the profession achievements that they have, that I deserve to be and to have all that, or I want to have as much or the same that that person has, or a relationship, or in relation to physicality and all that. So it is a endless competition. It never ends. It never ends until we stop ourselves, until we redirect our focus and our attention to our lives, because that's the only place you can grow, is in the place that you are, and with the person, and you know, being who you are. We can only become in this place that we are. If you see where I'm coming from, we cannot become in the place that the other person is. See? And also, you know, that sense of not being benevolent, you know, and also ungratefulness. Ungratefulness is very, very high. For example, if you help someone, or if you give someone a tip or something, and that person will not, is very, very unlikely that they will thank you. It's very, very unlikely that they will believe that they are supposed to be, you know, kind to you, because if they have that sense of self-rightness, self-rightness and self-centered, they will believe that you are giving them what they already deserve, you know. And a lot of times also I will hear people saying that I don't care about anybody else but me. So just that me dance, you know, just shows that the person suffers from this kind of feelings, you know. When they are very centered in themselves, they crave all the time to know what the other person is doing. How are you? You know, some of your friends, for example, that stays right there with you, the friends, they can be one of, you know, this person that will be cultivating everything, you know, that you are doing, wanted to know, and you know very little about their lives. So that's something else. You know very little about their lives, and you are gonna, you know, believing, because you are there in a benevolent way with a good intention, believing that you are friends, and then you open up, oh yeah, I had a raise today at my work, and or talking about yourselves, and you will notice that the person is uninterested in your happiness and how that made you feel happy. But what they want to know is, how did you get there? I wanted to know, give me right now all the directions, how did you get there? Because they wanna to do exactly the same to get and to get where you got, and to have what you have. So guys, just pay attention out there. There are people that we need to, be aware, because, with our open hearts, when we are not jealous, when we are not a person that we suffer from this, we will not see it. It's very, very difficult. We are going to be most likely very honest and open and caring. And when we see, we are in a mud with them, okay? So be aware that there is a irritability when you are succeeding, or when you don't even need to succeed. If they chose you to be the person that they are fixated, anything that you are, everything that you are, you will be victimized by that, okay? So the irritation, and don't feel compassion, wanted to know everything you do, so they can do the same, but they don't have the that empathy. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, it's so great that you deserve it so much. You will not hear that from them. You will hear, I don't care. I wanted to know, how did you get it? Or you will hear, how did you get it? That's it. It's like silence. They don't dare to give you the credit. They don't dare to give you the credit, and because they are envious of you. They are envious of you. There's nothing wrong with you and with what you're doing. Is what they are doing. They have very little self-awareness, very little awareness. So they just crave. And a lot of times, they are very lonely. They are people that they don't have a lot of friends, or they just don't cultivate that, because it aches them. Because everybody, let's say a group of 5 people, 3 people will talk about their lives, and will have something that a person that is envious will envious them, or all of them. You know what I mean? Because we don't only envious things that are material stuff. We can be envious just by the personality of somebody, just by the way that somebody is, or how they look, or how they don't look. Just envious the demeanor of that person. Guys, is like a dark hole, okay, that we need to prevent ourselves from getting in, okay. The way that also is important that we do is, just start to build distance, notice and start to build distance, and feel compassion towards them, because they are sometimes they don't know even that they feel like that, because they have a little self-awareness, as mentioned here, okay. So I know it's gonna to sound and look a little confusing, this theme, but I just wanted to bring, as a conversation. If you notice, it's a conversation I'm having with you guys. There is no ABC stuff here, just a conversation. The video is very long, but it's more like to help us, to understand that there's nothing wrong with you. You are doing things, in a benevolent way. And if this happens, there is something going on with that person, that they are unhappy about themselves, that they don't feel that they achieve this stuff, or they don't feel fulfilled as a human being, and they will kind of use is almost an emotional parasite on you, and try to suck your blood until you have nothing to give. And then is when they will another thing very important. I know it will be very long, but it's worth it to hear. Another thing that they will do is that when you are down, they like it. They like to be around you. So then they will say, then is when they might try, which is very unlikely, might try to do something, to say, oh my gosh, yes. And they like to be around you because you are in the low, or you're feeling down. Or they will criticize you. They will tell you, well, but you should not have done that, but you should have studied, but you should have, but your partner is way more kind than you are, and so that's why he left you, or he always treats you better than you. Whatever is that they are going to, that is the moment of that they will feel a little better than you, because they always feel worse than you. Okay, they will always feel lower than you, which there is no such a thing, right? Everybody's the same, but they always will feel as if they are if they are competing. You are, imagine, they are focused, they are idle. Okay, they idealize you, but at the same time they don't respect, they don't wanna they don't wanna see you evolving. They wanted to see you involution, not evolution from. And when you are down, they will either criticize you, or they will pretend that they, okay, but they will not help you. They will not help you because that's their moment that they feel stronger as a person, which is very sad. Okay, so be aware of that. I hope that you don't have people like that around you, and if you do, keep the eye open. Okay, and today's Halloween. Happy Halloween for you. I'm going to celebrate with my husband. I'm very, very happy. We are going to celebrate. I already bought a lot of candies out there. And I'm going to, invent a costume here. I wanted to see some clients today still. But I want to more and more take it more easy in my profession. I've been working for so long already. And now I took the day off. But some clients, they wanna. So I'm going to see 3 only today, and rest and dress and celebrate Halloween with the cute kids of the street and my friends. And I hope that you have an amazing Halloween, also amazing day, okay? An amazing week. All right? Mwah. Be yourself and value who you are. Bye.